Who wants to go to a Fibre festival with me? So I recently hopped on Google and I was looking for Fibre festivals in the Netherlands, and an event by the name of Crea Hardenberg came up. It is right on the border of Germany, about 2 hours and 50 minutes away from where I live now. And in all honesty, after doing a bit of research on this event, it's not really a true Fibre festival. It's really more of a creative workshop, flea market kind of a vibe. But I've been seeing all the other knitting vlogger girlies doing Fibre festivals, and they look so cute and like so much fun, and I really wanted to do one too. So we're gonna go check it out. The objective is to see whether something like this is something I would do again. Because why? Because I think Fibre festivals in the Netherlands may be a little different to the ones you get around Europe. For example, in the UK or in other areas like Germany, Spain, etc. There are true Fibre festivals, as in it's just yarn, just knitting, just crocheting, just fibre art specific. This one is going to be arts and crafts specific, but they do have a fibre section. Today I'm going to go with the objective of finding out whether this is something I'd like to do again with my girlies, but I'm also going to go look for some yarn for 2 upcoming projects. So the first project is one that I'm currently working on. It's the Typewriter Cardigan. I'm almost done with my first knit sample, and I need to make a second one, and I need to find some pretty yarn to go with that. And the second one is going to be the Arlino top, which is a very similar top to the cashmere outside, except that I'm trying to make something that would be perfect for a yarn like cotton or linen, something that has very little movement and high structure qualities. And I'm also going to make it sleeveless. So yeah, we're gonna suss out this market. We're gonna go look for yarn for those 2 projects, and I'm gonna take you with me, and we're gonna do a come with me. First I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna show you my knit fit. So what outfit did I choose to wear to this? It's obviously gonna be something knitted. And then the next thing I'm going to do is show you what whip I'm packing, so what project we're going to knit while we're there and while we're on our way, keeping in mind it's almost 3 hours. I'm going to have a little brekkie, and then we're going to get there. I'm going to show you around, and you can decide if this is something that you would like to go to, maybe next year or next time. Just making a quick avocado toasty breakfast because I'm a millennial, and I wanted to show you while I'm in the kitchen that you can regrow your kitchen scraps if you didn't know that. So this one over here is a rainbow chard. I literally just took the base and put it in some water, and it's busy growing back. It's this. This is a leek, and if you look, it's starting to slowly sprout back. These things grow back so quickly. And celery, obviously. The celery and the leek grow really quickly, and a word of warning: if you let your celery flower in your garden and the seeds naturally propagate, it is like mint in that it is wildly prolific. It will grow abundantly. So if you like celery, which you know it's really good for you, then go for it. Okay, the fit we've gone for is the pumpkin spice dress. It's actually a lovely day in the Netherlands. We've had a spat of really lovely days. In the Netherlands, there's a saying that goes, "Maart roet zijn staart," which directly translated makes freaking no sense. Basically means March stirs its tail. But what the euphemism is trying to say is that March is actually a really unpredictable month. We never really know what we're going to get. Could be nice, could not be nice. I'm not too sure if you can see this, but we're going to be having a high of 16 degrees today. And again, for perspective, the Netherlands is extremely humid. So 16 degrees here is not 16 degrees in South Africa. In South Africa, 16 degrees would be a little bit nippy. Here, that's actually kind of warm. And then just to show you where I'm going, you can see it is really far. It's right on the border of Germany. I'm closer to Amsterdam. and that's basically Germany. And then depending on what time I go and look for directions, it's telling me it's anywhere between 2.5 to 3 and a little bit hours, so I better get a wiggle on. But let me first show you what whip I'm going to be packing. So I'm currently working on something called the Typewriter Cardigan. This part over here is the back panel, and those are the two front panels. It's going to fold over here, and then I'm going to add an arm, and it's going to come down like that. And it basically comprises of 3 different colors. So we've got color A, color B, and color C. And then it's worked one color at a time. So I'll knit color A, knit color B, knit color C, and run all 3 colors back. I've got a full tutorial if you're interested. It's called the Typewriter Shawl. It also comes with a free pattern. And yeah, this pattern I'm busy designing, and I'll be releasing it in about a week or 2. So I'm going to make a second sample, and today I'm going to look for a 3rd color to meet these 2. I've got this beautiful melted baby suri from Cheng, and then I've got this lovely silky merino from Malabrigo, and I'm looking for a 3rd color today. Okay, so we just got to Hardenberg, and I'm now about a 25-minute walk away from the market, so I'm just gonna walk there. What did we find here? Yep, there it is. That's where we're going to. Look at these, how beautiful. Daffodil season out here, guys. Okay, we have arrived. Here it is. How exciting. I'm going to go in, and then I will show everyone around. Okay, here we are. Okay, so I'm obviously going to target yarn-related stores. Ooh, sparkly. And see what I can find. Okay, so we found some cotton, which is really nice. So I may get some of this and double it up for the Arlino top. I'm not too sure what color I'm going to choose. I went to the first store and immediately blew money on this beautiful cotton. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. Looks like we've got wool hobby. Some beautiful hand-dyed yarn. Oh wow, so pretty. Hi ladies. Oh, bedankt.
Voor op je handwerktas.
Ah, dank u.
Waar ga ik dit zien?
Op YouTube. Wow, look at these colors. Oh my god. So beautiful. Wowie wow. Look at this green. Oh my word. So gorgeous. I am specifically looking for fluffy yarn. So if I come by, oh, fluff, there it is. I think this might actually be the exact color I'm looking for. Okay, we succumbed to temptation. We got this beautiful fluff. This is quite a fine weight. I think it is a lace weight. So it may have to go back into my stash because I'm definitely looking for a chunky mohair. I have found chunky mohair, I think. Oh my god, yes I have. Oh, and I found a green. There's 2. Oh my word. Okay, we're definitely getting those. I'm breaking the bank already, but dang. Look at these colors. These colors. Let's see. This is also fluffy, and this would actually also work. Let's look at the yardage. Apples, I love that. Baby alpaca. Very nice. 100 grams, 250 meters. Okay, and then we've got the baby alpaca, 20 euros. And we've got the kid mohair. Okay, we succumbed to the fluff. And I think this is actually going to throw me for a loop because I'm now probably going to use all the fluff and just make one big fluffy typewriter cardigan. Okay, we have now officially reached our yarn buying budget, so I'm just going to walk around and show you what the rest of this place looks like. And then we're going to try and find a little snack and a little something to drink. And then I'll sit down and work on my whip for a little bit, show you how far I've gotten. And then, yeah, I guess we'll make our way home. That's so gezellig. Look at that, so cute. Let's have a look here. We've got Wolwinkel Elite. This is incredible. 100% you? You pick. Silky mohair. Ooh, look at this. Make some cozy blankets. It looks like cotton or a cotton blend. Yeah, cotton yarn on the rocks. And they've got all this beautiful hand-dyed yarn. Oh wow. Oh wow. So cute. That's very nice. Yarn on the rocks. Some beautiful stuff. Everyone here has been so sweet and so friendly. Hi. Oh my word. Oh, is this baby alpaca?
No, it's cotton.
This is cotton.
This is cotton, yeah. This is baby alpaca.
This is baby alpaca. I can't believe it. That's so soft.
Yeah, cotton is amazing.
I wasn't expecting it to be that soft.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I also have cashmere. Cashmere, yeah.
Wow.
And the brown one before, that's yak.
This is yak. Oh wow, wow. That's so cool. Are you rocks?
I'm rocks.
Macrame and harken. So macrame and crochet. Wow, that's so cool. Oh my god. I also love this color. Oh, it's beautiful. Here we got here. Lovely by Mika. Oh, wow, look at her trees of life. That's beautiful. We've got Bad Katu. Bad Katu, that's such a cute name. That's some lovely stuff. Oh wow. Look at these colorways. That's beautiful. Look at her beautiful t-shirts. It's gorgeous. It's designer Julie Knits in Paris. It's beautiful. I love the name of the store. This is so cute. There's also this one. It's sparkly. Here we got here Woolly Adventures. It's Woolly Adventures, and look at those beautiful colors. Wow. Valhalla. Some beautiful colors and some gorgeous yarns. Here we have, what do you know, more yarn, can you imagine? This kind of looks like my cupboard at home. That's an, oh, I've got some of this, I believe. This is cotton or is this linen? Cotton! Oh my gosh, look at that. Wouldn't that make a beautiful sweater? Oh, soft alpaca. Looks like they've got teddy on. They do. Teddy. Yeah. Big old suitcase full of yarn. That's what my immigration looked like. Okay, so this is what I got in my haul. We've got two fluffies. We've got a DK fluffy and a... Wait, hang on. That's part of my stash. Let's put those there. We got a DK fluffy and a lace weight fluffy, and then we got 4 cakes of cotton, a glass of wine, and a sparkling water. So I initially was going to make my typewriter cardigan with this Ching Melted Baby Suri and this silky merino from Malabrigo, but I got excited and bought more mohair than I needed, so now I'm thinking of actually doing 3 fluffies. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Arlene, these two look very similar. They do, but they're not the same. So this is a suri alpaca fluff, this is a mohair fluff, and obviously this is a completely different green, and it's a lace weight fluff. So if I was me, I would say this is a really good combination for a beautiful typewriter cardigan. So I think we're going to do that with these guys over here. There's my husband near me. And then yeah, this is beautiful. These are 100% cotton. It's got the it's got the Oco Tex label, which is nice. That means that it's sustainable. and they are 50 grams, 280 meters, and I plan on holding them double, so that will be just over 500 meters of yarn. I hope that's enough. We're gonna find out kind of soon. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my wine and start working on my whip. Okay, so we got quite far on the train, which is not surprising considering I traveled around 3 hours to get here. This looks like it needs to go this much, but it doesn't. It actually only needs to go 3 more sets because these ones have already been steamed out and these ones haven't. So I've got 3 sets to go here, and then I can start to add my arms. Okay, so I'm going to do a roundup of how I actually found the event, what I thought it was like. We're going to do a update on my whip, and we'll close off with today's knit fit, and that will be today's vlog. Firstly, what did I think of the event? Honestly, it was kind of nothing like I expected, but I really didn't know what to expect because I've never been to a market like this in Europe or the Netherlands before. It was my first Fibre festival, and when I looked it up online, it definitely gave me the impression that it was a arts and crafts festival and not exclusively a Fibre festival. I also saw that there were a lot of workshops reading online, and that was pretty much all I had to go off, so I wasn't too sure. The first thing that went a little bit unexpectedly was Google Maps actually took me to a different location, and there wasn't a significant amount of signage around, so I got lost and I had to ask for directions. But once I found it, it was pretty obvious that it was going on, and I got in very easily. Everyone was really sweet. We were given a pamphlet on entry. The pamphlet goes into a lot of detail about all of the stalls, so that's quite cool. And I very ironically entered directly into the Fibre section. So this event was massive. It was a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be, and I managed to go straight into the wool and fibre, knitting, crochet, fibre arts section immediately. What I do wish I had done in retrospect is just done a little walkthrough and had a look at all the different stands before I started spending money. So yeah, my advice would be do a little lap, walk around, check out all the different stalls, see what they have to offer, because there were a lot. And that being said, I still probably would have ended up buying exactly what I did buy, but I think for anyone else it's better for you to make an informed decision and not just impulse buy from the first 3 stands like I did. Again, I love the yarn I've got. For the most part, I found all of the stall owners, everyone running their stalls, to be incredibly friendly and very sweet. So I am a South African expat living in the Netherlands, and my Dutch is a little bit beetje, and that can sometimes be a little bit difficult. I always try my best to speak as much Dutch as I can, but for the most part the vendors that I did speak to noticed that I was struggling and they converted to English, and that was really sweet. Like for example, Yarn on the Rocks, she was really awesome, and I would recommend anyone go check out her stall. She had some fabulous stuff. If I had more money, I definitely would have probably bought some of her beautiful unspun fibers. There was another vendor by the name of Koppedradje who had a lovely chat with me. She also gave me one of her lovely patterns. It's for a beautiful cardigan, and her yarn was absolutely stunning. It was this beautiful DK mohair that, oh my god, I fell instantly in love with this. And again, you know what, that actually is a beautiful segue into my next tip. I would say if you're gonna go to something like this, good idea to save up a little bit first, because I went into this event with a budget in mind and I hit that budget really quickly, and I wish I had maybe taken a bit more and had a bigger budget so I could have spent a bit more, because there were so many beautiful yarns, so many beautiful yarns. So the next takeaway that I had was that I was correct in my assumption of what the demographic might look like. It was definitely heavy on a age group from about 55 and up, and quite a few kids, which is fine. Honestly, mentally I'm there as well, so that was fine for me. I feel like I fitted right in. I think the only thing that I didn't particularly prefer was the restaurant setup was very kind of like canteen style. So you know, you walked in and then it was sort of like a lot of broodjes and some cakes and then some drinks on the side, and then there was kind of like this, almost like you'd imagine in schools, just sort of like these tables set up where you could sit and eat. There was also some outside seating, which is where I ended up going in the end, and that was really nice. I enjoyed that. I managed to find myself a little table for me alone, and I put out my little whip and I had my little glass of wine, and that was quite gezellig. But I mean, you know, events like this, I guess restaurants and food probably aren't very high on their list of priorities. All in all, I really enjoyed the experience and I definitely would go back. I definitely will be looking out for more Fibre festivals, and the next time that I find one, I'm definitely going to let my girls know about it and bring them along, because it was actually quite a lot of fun. But you know, I also don't mind having fun alone. So as for my whip update, I finished the front. I still need to steam these stitches out, so they do look shorter, but they're not. And I got started with the arms, but I had to frog them out and start again because my proportions were a little bit off. But yeah, you can see this is how the construction is going to work. You'll then come in and seam up the sides and down the side of the arm, and I'm going to finish it off with some decreases, and we're going to do a bit of a 2x2 cuff. You may be thinking to yourself, Arlene, why would you do the sleeve in panel and not just do it in the round? Surely that would make more sense. To that I would say you absolutely can. So this pattern is being designed with Cheng Melted Baby Suri in mind specifically. And melted baby suri, well, baby suri in general tends to grow a lot in the blocking process. If this is something that you're curious about and want to know more about, I'm going to go into a lot of detail in next Sunday's vlog, all about alpaca, all the different kinds and how they all behave. But baby suri is notorious for growing out, stretching out, blocking and becoming a lot bigger than you would expect it to be. So this particular pattern that I'm busy writing, I'm keeping that in mind because I'm expecting it to grow appropriately. And so what I'm doing is I'm knitting the whole thing in panel, and then I'm steam blocking it as I go so that I can get a true gauge of how big it's going to end up being. When I write the pattern, I will, however, keep in mind that not all of you may be making this with suri alpaca. You may want to, for example, use cotton or acrylic, maybe something that's not going to grow very much. I will explain to you how to work out the measurements for, say, suri alpaca like it is intended for, and the way that it grows, as well as anything that doesn't have a lot of growth, so that you can get a very true gauge and something that fits you beautifully. But ultimately it is meant to be an easy peasy beginner friendly cardigan, just a little chunky cardigan that we're going to throw on while we're going in between seasons, coming from winter going into summer or the other way around. And then lastly, we're going to talk about my knit fit for today. So this is the Dark Night of the Winter Solstice sweater. It's also a Cheng Fibre Melted Baby Suri. So I'm quite a big fan, in case you haven't noticed. I was gifted the yarn for this particular Typewriter Cardigan. However, I've also spent my own money on Cheng Melted Baby Suri, so I would never recommend anything that I don't personally stand behind. But that doesn't mean you have to use the Melted Baby Suri. You could use anything you like. The whole point of this particular pattern is, yet again, something that is accessible, easy, fits good, and something you're probably going to want to make like 3 or 4 of for someone who is more on the beginner end. So this particular one is a small, And if it's something you're interested in, it's over on my website, arlino.com. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one.